Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And she is back today.
I am.
You were doing some civic duty yesterday.
Yeah, I had to help. I was helping with one of the voting polls because Mama Sparkles is elected official at one of them, and they needed help because they didn't have enough people. So I went in and volunteered and helped.
And we keep telling people that we're apolitical over here.
But we are apolitical because I equally helped both sides vote.
There you go.
I didn't say anything about what I thought of how people should vote or anything. I just said, are you Democrat or Republican? Great. Here's your ballot. Here's how you vote. Bring it to me when you're done and we'll scan it.
There you go. All right, so you kicked this over this morning, and this is another example of comic book resources scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Well, this is like, we deserve a sequel to what we love because you got a sequel to what you loved. That I have words when we get to that part.
Oh,
I have so many words.
They're running out of things to write about, so I think they're looking up Google Trends to see what the buzzwords are. Why Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker deserves a proper sequel trilogy.
It was only a few months ago.
Yeah.
Let's point that out first of all. A few months ago.
The body's not even cold yet. No, actually, the body has been cold for years. They just...
So, like, it took forever to get us to get prequels or sequels, but now it's only a few months and they're demanding. But we deserve a sequel trilogy.
Now, I remember when I was a kid, because I figured the math out, that Star Wars movies came out every 3 years. And I remember being very, very disappointed in 1986 when there wasn't another Star Wars movie. Because I was waiting. I'm like, there should be a new Star Wars movie any day now because it's 1986 and it's been 3 years. And I looked at the cart and I'm like, they come out every 3 years. So where's my new Star Wars movie? And it didn't come.
Oh, I don't blame you. I'd have been upset about that too.
But we got Willow that year.
Oh, see, but you got something good.
Yeah, so Lucas, I was like, oh, he's doing Willow. And then I waited 3 more years, and there was no Willow 2.
But back in the 80s, there was lots of cool stuff going on. There was a lot of good movies that everybody wants to steal now. But anyway.
So they're talking about how it's the conclusion of the epic 9 film, I would say 6, Star Wars saga. And the film closed the book, slammed the book on characters that fans first fell in love with in A New Hope.
So I love how they're trying to go back, like, oh, look, I'm talking about all of you, including the original trilogy, people. I'm trying to appeal to how you felt to try to say why we deserve a sequel. Don't think you deserve a sequel to that garbage.
They slammed the book and they burned it.
Usually if you eat something that gives you severe stomach issues and diarrhea, you don't go back for more.
Yeah, so Lucasfilm has made it clear there are no plans of revisiting these characters this month.
Well, the actors don't want to come back either. A lot of them said they wouldn't come back anyway.
Well, that's okay. They'll just kill them all off screen.
Probably.
That's how they'll treat. I hope they treat these characters with as much respect in a theoretical sequel trilogy to the sequel trilogy.
That's my point we're going to get to here in a bit, yes.
Yeah, so they said that Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, and the rest of the Resistance succeeded in defeating the Emperor again.
I mean, when they brought him back just to defeat him again because now they're taking the credit for it even though it's already been defeated?
Right, so, because they didn't have a plan. They made a sequel trilogy with no plan, so they just brought the same bad guy
This would be like, sorry, I think of something iconic from the 80s, the Berlin Wall. So they got, the people that were involved, worked it out, Berlin Wall came down. It would be like building the wall again, just to say you took it down.
Yeah, pretty much. And
that's what it would be like.
We see this happen a lot with a lot of younger showrunners and media and whatever. They create problems that were already dealt with. They recreate the problems just so they can be the ones to be the they reanimate things that were already dead.
The wall is now a foot tall in foam, but
right.
It's still their wall.
It's their wall now. It's their time now.
That's
How
right.
dare you? How dare you? It's just as important that we knock down the Nerf wall as the actual Berlin Wall. So this is
where I get irritated.
This is where you get irritated because basically they're saying that.
Well, let's read the whole paragraph because let's put it all in perspective. Do you want to read it or want me to read it?
I'll read it.
Go for it.
Decades after the conclusion of Return of the Jedi, Star Wars fans got a sequel trilogy beginning with The Force Awakens that showed them how their favorite characters had grown older and how they had coped with the continuing threat of the First Order.
I'm being good to read it. I'm being good.
However, an entirely new generation of fans was also introduced to the Star Wars universe with this sequel trilogy. These are young fans that recognize Finn, Rey, and Poe as their main Star Wars characters, and they deserve the chance to see how those characters continue to grow in the galaxy far, far away, just as fans of the original trilogy did.
Okay, here's my point. Yes, decades later, you finally got a sequel movie. All right, that shows how your characters grew. You flippin' ruined all the original characters and killed them. Han, Well, Han somehow let the Falcon go, which he never would have done.
Deadbeat dad.
Yeah, deadbeat dad let the Falcon go, which he wouldn't have done. He got Leia, and then they got divorced, which I guess could have happened, but it doesn't seem likely that their being a couple was a big thing in the original. Then you have he gets killed in the first movie.
Yeah.
Then you have Luke doesn't even show his ass up in the first movie, and then when you do find out Luke, he's a complete different person. Everything about him that made him great is suddenly he's basically what they did to Luke was they took everything that was great about the fans they liked, and they tried to make him what they envisioned the old fans to be. In my opinion, he is their personification of what they think old fandom is.
Grumpy and dour and hopeless. And...
Yeah, am I wrong? It
No.
seems like that was they tried to personify the old fandom on him.
Yeah.
And then they kill him off. I don't care how you bring him back in Rise of Skywalker. Damage is already done. Haven't even watched Rise of Skywalker. Probably not going to. So you ruined him. Leia is, completely out of commission. She's a general that sends Han to get killed. To get right. When she would have done it her effing self originally. Yeah. It'd have been like kind of hold her ass back while she went to do it. She'd be like, I'll just do this myself then, because if I want it done right, that would have been Leia. And no, you go and do it and get killed. And then she's like on her ass the entire second movie. And when she's around is just to tell the new Han Solo, which is Poe, that he's full of shit.
And then she gets knocked into a coma.
Yeah, and then she had her in the third movie more, but only what they could use because the actress passed away. So don't give me this. We got to see how our favorite characters grew up and how they developed. No, there was no development. You flip and put Blue Akbar off screen out a window. I mean, all the characters, other than Lando and the droids, pretty much all the and Chewbacca, who now is apparently Rey's pet, and not, actual character, her pilot and pet.
Didn't he have a life debt to Han?
Right, not Rey.
Not Rey.
So,
go home, Chewie, go home.
So, they completely ruined the original characters, but... the people from the day who are fans of the new characters deserve more movies than the new characters. You don't deserve shit! The entire franchise was built on the original trilogy, which you went and ruined. Plus, it hasn't even been a year since that movie went out. It's like, 6 months?
Yeah.
It's like been 6 months, not even 6 months. And you're already saying we deserve sequel movies. Like, how you do? Wait 20, 30 years, and then you can have these people old. I'm sure they can fuck them up, sorry, Mom, as much as they effed up the original trilogy people. And then you can have them then when they're broken, bitter, and sad because they grew. That's them growing. Because don't you know, when you get older, obviously it means you're just broken, bitter, and a piece of shit. So let's treat you as such.
Yeah, maybe they should do a sequel trilogy because I want to see them treat their new characters, Disney's Star Wars characters, as badly as the original trilogy.
As good as they treated the original, as well as they treated the original trilogy characters.
Well, they've already got a head start on Finn. Mm-hmm. They destroyed Finn in the second movie.
Oh, I know, yeah.
So Finn's already been completely destroyed. Yeah, just, what irritates me too is they're like, well, there's all this stuff that fans want to see, that Rey's going to be a Jedi Master now, and there's romance, and there's all this stuff that can happen.
We didn't get to see Luke being a Jedi Master other than what they did to him in the last movies.
But we did.
Oh, in the books. I'm talking about films.
That's what I'm saying. We did. We got the stories, I think, that most fans would agree organically made sense with the original trilogy, with the Zahn books, with the expanded universe. We saw Luke be Luke
and be a Jedi and be amazing.
We saw Han and Leia have other kids that weren't as whiny as Kylo Ren.
He was a whiny. Oh my God! How can you like Kylo Ren? He just sits there and has little temper tantrums and cuts things. I'd take any person his age to go to a mall and be like, "This isn't what I want," and start taking a pocket knife out and slash and everything and see what happens.
Yeah, so it's Hot Topic.
He acts like a baby. Yeah,
Darth Hot Topic.
Yeah.
That's his Sith name. Darth Emo. Yeah, like we had the continuation of these characters, and the first thing Lucasfilm did was throw that out and start over and give us sad versions.
And everything we've heard, it's just been because they wanted to lessen the original to make their characters the new heroes.
And then this takes the time. Like, look, this is God. Maybe is this an Onion article?
I don't know. It's unbelievably dumb.
Following the events of Return of the Jedi, after the destruction of the Empire, First Order rose to power. That was never in the Return of the Jedi. Now with the First Order and Final Order destroyed.
Well, wait. But we had before the First Order was the Empire. So now it's the First Order and the Final Order, but there's no Empire ever destroyed. Why isn't that mentioned?
So we're gonna have the First Order, the Final Order, and the final honest guys. Really, Final Order. For the sequel
final honest guys. Really, this time for sure. We're not kidding you. Order, and then the final for sure. Really, guys, this time we're not full of shit. This is the final one. Just so you know.
There's undoubtedly going to be a power vacuum when it comes to villains in the galaxy. That's okay. It doesn't matter what new villains you come up with. It doesn't matter because it's going to be Palpatine anyway.
Right. Because unlike the books, they actually had new villains all the time and creative ones. Yeah, we're just going to bring back an old villain because,
I think what they should do is have a brand new villain and build this villain up to be really cool. And then at the end, they can rip the mask off. Old man Palpatine. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you kids and your meddling Jedi.
He's got a bazillion clones out there. They're all coming back in different ways, Every time it's going to be old man Palpatine.
Old man Palpatine every damn time.
But there were characters. It's talking about with so many rich characters and story potential, fans need other sequel trilogies to see what happens next. No! You know what? Yes, there are things that happen next. They're called the books. Go read the damn books, because that's what all of us had to do for years and years until they made more movies. Go read the books.
Yeah, and I do. I hope. Well, one, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to wonder if Disney's even going to own Star Wars in a couple of decades. I mean, it might be that they pass it off or sell it or whatever. Depends. They keep losing money. But I'm like, I really, truly hope all of you who have thrown shade at us original Star Wars fans over the years get to see your characters treated as poorly as our original trilogy characters. See
your characters treated exactly how you treated ours.
Right. Eye for an eye.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to wrap this one up.
Han for a Poe.
Han for a Poe.
It felt like Poe, so... Okay.
All right, so we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.